Howdy folks, going to work on 2-point perspective today. This is the intro one. I'm going to do 3 examples and you get to do a couple more on your own. So you need some pencils, an eraser, ruler or a straight edge, and probably a pencil sharpener. So the first thing you're going to do is draw the horizon line, and that's where the sky meets the ground or where the sky meets the ocean. And for today's purposes I'm going to put it approximately in the middle of the paper. And since it's 2-point perspective, we're going to have 2 points. Alright, I'm going to put them right at the very edge of the paper. So I'm going to put a dot here and another point here. So you got 2 points. So in 2-point perspective, you start off with the corner of your cube. So just one line is where you start off. So I'm going to start above the horizon line for the first one. And there's my line. If it helps you, you don't have to do this, but if it helps you to put a dot on the top and the bottom, you can, because you're going to connect those 2 dots to these 2 dots. Okay, so let's get busy. Don't forget to draw lightly, because you are going to be doing some erasing. Line this up there. Same thing over here. Connect the dots, la 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 la. That's from old school Pee Wee Herman, by the way. So it's connected over here. And connect this one over there too. Okay, so now we need to decide how far off in each direction our block goes, our cube. So if it's not going to the vanishing point, for now it's going to go straight up and down. So parallel lines. So my next line should also be just like this. It should be straight up and down. Should not be at an angle, because those are intersecting lines. They would cross. We don't want that. We want them to run next to each other forever. So I'll start over here for you so you can see it better. I'm just going to slide that ruler over and go from the top to the bottom. Same thing on this side. Slide the ruler over, connect top to bottom. Now here's where it gets a little bit trickier. I'm going to connect the bottom corners to the opposite dot. So if it helps you, once again, you could put a little dot. You don't have to. And this one's going over there, and this one's going over here. So let's do it. There we go. And there we go. That's that. So now we decide what we don't need. So anything that's outside the cube, let's get rid of it. Okay? Get my trusty eraser out. And it's okay if you accidentally erase a little bit of an edge, you can come back and go over it again. So this is my above the horizon line cube. I'm going to do one down here below the horizon line. And there's my little line. If you want to do the dots, you can. You don't have to. But just remember, you're going to be connecting the top and the bottom to these 2 vanishing points. I might even just put VP here just to remind me these are the vanishing points. Once again, connect them lightly so you can erase it easily. Sorry about the bell. This one's going to go over there. You can kind of see how you could create a curb or a platform or whatever using this method already, right? I'm going to chop it off. This time I'm going to, just for variety's sake, I'm going to let it go a little bit further. So I'm going to take this line and put another vertical one right there. Not at an angle, vertical. Top to bottom. Same thing on this side. And it doesn't have to be balanced, right? I might make me one more like a brick. There you go. And instead of the bottom, this time we're going to work on the top. So this dot's going over there, and this dot's going over there. You don't have to do the dots. This is just to help y'all remember. Connect the dots. I think I drew it a little bit too heavy, but hopefully I'll be able to erase it. Anything outside the cube, let's get rid of it. Now we got one above and one below the horizon. We need one that crosses over the line. So approximately in the middle. And do one like that. Do the little dots, but that's optional, you don't have to. And connect those dots to these vanishing points. Oh, should have done that a little bit darker. There we go. Same thing over this way. And decide how far off before you chop it off. I'm gonna make a skinny one this time. Take this vertical line, slide it over, top to bottom. I might make it long on this side. It's up to you. Take that, slide it over, top to bottom, or bottom to top. Get rid of all the stuff on the outside that I don't need anymore. I'm gonna leave the horizon line though. Same thing over here, let's get rid of this. Anything that's not part of it, get rid of it. Same thing here. I'm about to show you a little hint of what's to come as far as overlapping. We want this box to look like it's in front of the horizon line. So we want it to pop forward. So the way to do that is to get rid of anything inside of it that's not part of it. So this line right here and this line right here, I'm getting rid of them. That'll bring the box forward. And bam. So you can rewind this, fast forward at your leisure. Your job is to create 2 more cubes up above the line, 2 more on the line, or they cross over it, and 2 more below. After you do all that, then come back to me and I'll show you how to do the shading. Okay? So hopefully you've done 2 more up top, 2 more in the middle, and 2 more below on your own. Just in case you got stuck, I'm going to do it too. I'm going to go quicker this time though. There's my line. Connect. You see, the closer you get to the vanishing point, the more extreme the angle is. And you see I'm kind of cheating too, saving myself some erasing. Because I know I'm going to chop it off over here, so I'm not going to go all the way over. Chop it off. Straight up and down. Straight up and down. Connect the bottoms to opposite corners. And erase what I don't need. Another one above the horizon line. Connect the dots. And connect to the other side. And I think you can see that it's really connected all the way there, but I'm just not drawing the full connection because I'm going to chop it. And chop. Bottom dots, crisscross. Crisscross applesauce. Two more on the line. Doing a tall one this time. Connect it to the vanishing points. Do a skinny one. Is that line straight up and down and vertical? So is my second one. And my third one. Get rid of what I don't need. Since it crosses that horizon line, I need to get rid of the horizon line inside the new cube. That line. And this line. Should have one more cube over here somewhere. Make this one a little fatter. Connect those two to this. That's not quite at the edge, is it? Let's try that again. That's a little better. Chop it off, right? You could even cheat, right? Because the both sides of the ruler are parallel, I could just reach over here and draw a line there. I'm gonna slide it some. Boom. That's my box. 2 more boxes below the horizon line. Starting with the line. Just to show you how extreme it's going to be if I'm at the edge and I'm near that dot. These lines are going to go pretty crazy. Crisscross applesauce. This one's going this way, this one's going that way. Don't stab yourself like I just did. One more box to go. We'll make this one go way over here somewhere, just for some variety. And chop it off. Vertical, just like my first line. Let's head this one over here. Keep it skinny on this side. Chop it off, straight up and down. Crisscross. Taking this one over there. And this one over there. You can see I didn't quite draw that line far enough. Come back and fix that up. There we go. Next video will show you how to shade it. Alright, folks, we're going to do the shading now. So, just like when we did the different types of shading techniques, you're going to need a light source. And yes, your paper will get messy, but you can clean it up later if you want. My light source going to be coming from over here, and I'm going to change it up. Instead of doing that little arrow thing, I'm going to pretend that the light's coming out like that, right? So my light source is like a beam coming that way, and so the right side of each block is going to stay white. If you wanted to, you could write a W in there just to remind you, so you don't accidentally shade the wrong part. You don't have to do this, but better safe than sorry. The left side of everything is going to be medium. The only places there's going to be any completely dark is the bottoms of the ones up here in the sky. So dark, dark, dark. You can use any of the types of shadings we learned. We've got 6 different types. You do you. I'm going to do hatching on this guy, and cross hatching. And you could even line them up with the vanishing point if you want to get extra fancy. You could have those lines going to that. You could do swirling, which is, it's kind of close to tonal. And if that's medium, that's not quite where I need it, is it? So let's go ahead and put some more lines in there. make the dark even darker. If the lines go outside, it's okay, you can come back and clean it up. Voila. Another medium down here. Going way outside the lines on that one. I'm going to come back and clean it up. You get the idea. I'm going to let you finish the rest of them up. Make sure that these are dark on the bottom here and that the left side of each of these is medium. Shade them in. Take a picture of the whole thing. The rest of the directions are on the slideshow. Holler if you have any questions.